This piece is entitled, Relax, Your Eulogy is Scheduled for Next Tuesday. My father said, when I was 27, I eloped with a 17-year-old chickie that you know as Mom. My mother said, don't call me chickie in front of the child. I said, I'm not a child. I'm 68 years old. He said her parents had the state police drag us back to get remarried by a rabbi. She said that rabbi had a fierce Old Testament beard, but a soft, welcoming voice. And I could picture him leading people out of the desert into a kosher deli for a nosh. He said, they asked me which faith we raised the children in. I looked around and said, are they here already? I said, well, at least love won the day. She said, dear, love rushes in like a warm wave, but leaves a lot of murky puddles. He said, what the hell does that mean? She said, it speaks volumes about you that you don't know what it means. I said, Mom, talking about love, can you make me a meatball and mozzarella hero and melt the mutz all the way through? You know how I feel about unmelted mutz. He said, why don't you just staple the whole thing to your belly? She said, don't you dare starve my child. You'll slow down his maturing process. I said, I only wish he could slow down my maturing process. He said, what's your plan? Everybody needs a plan. My plan was to have a business and a lot of employees that I called the little people. And they're important because when we big people fall, we need something soft to land on. I said, my plan is I'm retired. He said, oh, I get it. Lazy and wrinkled. She said, don't call the child wrinkled. He'll think he's ugly. He said, well, whatever he thinks, that's okay by me. I said, look, all I do now is write and recite at open mics. He said, that better not include anything about me. I said, not a word. He said, why do I hear a sieve swearing it's a pot? She said, don't call the child kitchenware. He won't develop any inner warmth. He said, oh, yes, he will. Remember, when I'm laid out, he has to speak over me and give back what a son owes a father. Love, respect, and tears. I said, you make it sound like I never gave you that. I gave it to you every time I asked for money. And I was convincing. She said, dear, you are Oscar worthy. He says, we'll see what people say over you when you're laid out, yin yang. I said, I'll break to the chase and speak over myself now and start a new trend, self-delivered eulogies. Here's mine. If you're hearing me say this, I'm dead. If I'm not, don't tell me. The only thing I like as much as a meatball and mutz hero is having the last word.